Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel, and today we are diving deep into one of the most intense and highly coordinated military stories of modern times, an operation that shows how Israel and the United States combine their air power, intelligence, and advanced technology to create a force that very few nations on Earth can challenge. And this is not just about jets in the sky, it is about strategy, precision, and a level of cooperation that changes the balance of power in entire regions. This operation begins long before the first aircraft even leaves the runway, because the real battle starts in secret rooms filled with screens, maps, and analysts who are tracking enemy movements second by second, using satellites, drones, cyber tools, and human intelligence to build a complete picture of the battlefield. And when Israel and the USA work together, that picture becomes sharper and more detailed than almost any other military alliance in the world. What makes this cooperation so deadly is the way both countries bring different strengths to the table, because Israel has unmatched regional intelligence and battlefield experience, while the United States brings global surveillance, massive airlift capability, and some of the most advanced aircraft ever built. And when these strengths are combined, they create a force that can strike targets thousands of kilometers away with unbelievable accuracy. Inside this air power operation, every target is chosen carefully, and nothing is left to chance, because hitting the wrong building or missing a key location could change the entire outcome of the mission. So planners spend days and sometimes weeks studying satellite images, intercepted communications, and movement patterns to make sure that when the strike happens, it hits exactly where it needs to. One of the most powerful parts of this operation is the use of stealth aircraft, especially when American and Israeli jets fly together, because planes like the F-35 are designed to slip past enemy radar without being detected, allowing them to reach deep into hostile territory and attack high-value targets before the enemy even knows what is happening. These jets do not fly alone, because behind them is a massive support network that includes refueling aircraft, electronic warfare planes, and airborne command centers that coordinate everything in real time, making sure every pilot knows exactly where to go, when to strike, and how to get out safely after the mission is complete. Electronic warfare plays a huge role in this deadly operation, because before any bombs are dropped, the enemy's radar systems, communications, and air defenses are often blinded or confused by powerful jamming and cyber attacks, creating a temporary window where Israeli and US aircraft can operate almost freely in the sky. This is where the operation becomes truly terrifying for the enemy, because their air defense systems might be turned against them, their radars may show false targets, and their command centers might be unable to communicate with their missile batteries, leaving them helpless as advanced jets move closer and closer. Once that window is open, the strike aircraft move in, carrying precision-guided weapons that can destroy bunkers, missile launchers, airfields, and command centers with minimal collateral damage, and this precision is what separates modern air power from the old days of massive bombing campaigns. Israel has spent decades perfecting this style of warfare, because it often has to respond quickly to threats just beyond its borders, and the United States has refined these techniques in conflicts across the world. So when both nations plan an operation together, their combined experience creates a level of efficiency that is extremely hard to match. Inside the cockpits, pilots are not just flying by instinct, they are surrounded by data, with helmet-mounted displays showing targets, threats, and friendly aircraft, all fused together into one clear picture, allowing them to make split-second decisions that can mean the difference between success and disaster. Drones also play a major role in this operation, because they can fly ahead of manned aircraft to scout the area, confirm targets, and even strike if necessary, reducing the risk to human pilots while still keeping constant pressure on the enemy. The cooperation between Israeli and American crews is built on years of joint training, shared exercises, and intelligence exchanges, so when a real operation begins, they already know how each other thinks, how they communicate, and how they react under pressure, which makes the entire mission run more smoothly. Another deadly element is the use of long-range precision missiles that can be launched from aircraft or ships, allowing targets to be destroyed without jets ever entering heavily defended airspace, and this gives commanders even more options to hit critical locations while minimizing risk. Behind every strike is a team of analysts watching live video feeds from drones and satellites, confirming whether a target has been destroyed or if another pass is needed, and this real-time feedback allows the operation to adapt instantly to changing conditions on the ground. The enemy often tries to hide their assets in urban areas or underground facilities, but advanced sensors and intelligence methods can still detect unusual activity, heat signatures, or movement patterns that reveal where important targets are located. This is where the deadly precision of Israel-USA air power really shows, because even deeply buried bunkers can be hit with specialized weapons designed to penetrate concrete and rock before exploding inside, destroying command centers and weapons stockpiles that were thought to be safe. The psychological impact of such an operation is just as powerful as the physical damage, because when an enemy realizes that their air defenses can be bypassed and their most secret facilities can be found and destroyed, it creates fear, confusion, and a loss of confidence among their leadership. This fear can sometimes achieve what bombs alone cannot, because it may force opponents to change their behavior, move their forces, or even reconsider their plans, knowing that any major move could trigger another devastating airstrike. One of the reasons this partnership is so effective is that both countries share a strong intelligence culture, meaning information is analyzed quickly, shared securely, and turned into action faster than most adversaries can react. During the operation, communication is constant, with pilots, commanders, and intelligence officers all linked through secure networks that allow them to speak and share data in real time, creating a single, unified picture of the battlefield. This level of integration means that if a new threat appears, such as an enemy fighter jet or a missile launch, it can be detected and neutralized within seconds, often before it even has a chance to become dangerous. Refueling in mid-air allows strike aircraft to stay in the sky for hours, extending the reach of the operation and making it possible to hit targets far beyond the normal range of most air forces. This also means that Israel-USA air power can apply pressure over a wide area, forcing the enemy to spread out their defenses and making it harder for them to protect everything at once. As the operation continues, waves of aircraft may rotate in and out, keeping a constant presence in the air while fresh crews take over, ensuring that fatigue does not reduce effectiveness or safety. Every phase of the mission is planned with extreme care, from the exact time jets take off to the precise angle a bomb will hit its target, and this attention to detail is what allows such complex operations to succeed. The logistics behind this are massive, involving fuel, spare parts, weapons, and maintenance crews working around the clock to keep aircraft ready for each new sortie. Israel's compact but highly efficient air bases and America's global network of support facilities work together to create a system where jets can be repaired, rearmed, and sent back into the fight very quickly. This speed is critical, because in modern warfare, the side that can react and strike faster often gains a huge advantage. The operation also sends a clear message to the rest of the world, showing that Israel and the United States are willing and able to act together if their interests or security are threatened. This message is not just aimed at one enemy, but at anyone who might consider challenging their military dominance in the region. At the same time, the planners must always think about political and diplomatic consequences, because every airstrike can affect alliances, public opinion, and international relations. That is why such operations are usually designed to be precise and limited, focusing on specific military targets rather than causing widespread destruction. Even so, the power on display is undeniable, because when dozens of advanced aircraft operate together, supported by satellites, drones, and cyber tools, it represents one of the most overwhelming forms of military force ever created. Inside the enemy's territory, this kind of operation can feel unstoppable, as air defenses fail, communication breaks down, and critical facilities are destroyed one by one. Yet for the pilots and crews involved, it is a test of discipline, training, and nerves, because even with all this technology, flying into hostile airspace is still extremely dangerous. Every mission carries risk, from mechanical failures to unexpected enemy actions, and that is why teamwork and preparation are so important. When the operation finally winds down, analysts review every detail, studying what worked, what did not, and how the next mission could be even more effective. This constant cycle of learning and improvement is what keeps Israel-USA air power at the cutting edge of modern warfare. In the end, inside the deadly Israel-USA air power operation is not just a story about jets and bombs, but about how two nations combine their knowledge, technology, and determination to create a force that can shape events far beyond their own borders. It shows how modern war is fought not just on the ground, but in the air, in space, and in cyberspace, all at the same time. And as long as these two allies continue to work so closely together, their combined air power will remain one of the most powerful and influential forces on the global stage.